because the software is already done, and then it cannot be mixed in the middle. So it must be made from the first steps, and then we use the flash tree for the sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ibu,
Ika.
thank you.
You're welcome, Ibu Ika.
Ibu Eva, can I ask?
Yes.
Yes.
No, again.
Yeah, yes, please, Bapak.
Yeah.
To whom your questions is given.
Ibu Yogi.
All right.
Oh, again.
Ibu Yogi.
Okay. Thank you.
I think Ibu, thank you for your great presentation, and I think
Thank you, Pak Abdul.
I think it is good application of software, right?
Yeah.
I think when I show your presentation, does this software belongs to only for child, or maybe can it be used for university students? Because it talks about vocabulary, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's my question.
So,
thank you for student at university.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Pak Abdul, for the question.
Welcome.
Yeah. Our program is made for the basic level.
Oh, yeah.
So, inclusive students, ya. Yes. Jadi kita sebut dengan WNBK. WNBK is warga negara berkebutuhan khusus.
Yes.
And then in Polytechnic Jakarta, we have the 3 classes. Yeah, we are the only polytechnic in Indonesia who has that program for the WNBK students. Jadi memang basic banget. Jadi ada yang family tree itu ada sisters, brothers, nephew, nieces, itu very basic, ya. Untuk sebenarnya they are graduating from the SLB, but for SMA, apa itu saya nggak ngerti deh. Dia SLB tapi SMA, Pak. Apa ya, Pak ya? Gitu. Oke.
Mungkin hanya usianya yang usianya.
Yeah, because they are about 20 until 25 years old. Ya. Jadi memang usianya from 18 to 25 years old. And they were graduating from high school but SLB gitu loh ya. And then they can graduate into Polytechnic, and then the name of the program is Marketing Management. Jadi programnya itu adalah Marketing Management. Jadi dibuat secara khusus the curriculum for inclusive students and also for the English subject. And then I made for the basic level for them, yeah. And then the vocabulary is very easy, yeah. Just to what is that? To introduce them how to memorize some new vocabularies, like for example, this is your nephews for the first unit, ya. And then ada yang namanya juga getting to know to give the direction. For example, how to get to the library. Okay, this is library. What is library? The library is blah 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 blah. For the normal students, ya, maaf kalau sorry if I say normal, ya. I mean normal is the IQ between 110 until 140, ya. Itu normal students. Ini sebenarnya basic level. This is for junior, not junior, ya, junior high school, ya. Not for polytechnic students actually. Ya, Pak, ya.
Yeah.
But
I got the point, Bu. Yeah.
Yeah. So I make customize. I make this customized for inclusive students only, Pak. Ya, jadi memang after this software will be given to
my classroom, my own classroom, and some methodologies warn us as a teacher. It is quite challenging, and I, as a teacher here, I have to really aware that to do kind of research in my own class is not something easy. Then I really determine my role here as the insider and outsider. As the insider, I was as the student teacher, the student advisor, as well as a part of the classroom member. While as the outsider, I act my role as a researcher. Okay, and to get you to my context here, I choose classroom-based exploratory research because here my intention is to look for pattern, ideas, or particular condition. So to test the effectivity of podcast in my speaking class is not the concern of my study. Okay, let's come to the profile of my participants. So this research recruited 23 out of 31 students, 17 female and 6 male, aged from 19 to 22 years old, and they are coming from various socioeconomic, language, ethnicity backgrounds, and they have experience in formal English learning more than 12 years, and also their English range from elementary to intermediate level based on institutional placement test. And this class is student first experience conducting the speaking learning in online mode. While for the teacher, it is my second experience. And the way I recruit them using a kind of convenience sampling, I don't select them based on certain criteria. So what are there, then I observe that. And also for the sake of, for the merit of research ethic, I fully use a kind of voluntary basis research. I send them a consent letter explaining about the purpose, the nature of my research, and the potential benefit that will result from my research. Then from this consent, one student, 20 my research. Okay, and then names and some private data or sensitive data was kept confidential. Okay, next one is teaching activities. I do need to show you the context of my classroom to give you kind of a bit understanding about the class. So you may see this one, the activities. What we can see here is in this classroom employs the marriage of some platform. We have Google Site, podcast, Google Meet, as well as WeArt actually, and then YouTube. And look at the activities. The pattern of my my teaching is the first one. Before they speak, they have to do a kind of exploration in terms of language input. Then they speak. So no speak without language input. And then the next one, they do a kind of reflection. So in this case, the nature of meeting, we have synchronous learning and asynchronous learning. So it is typically the synchronous meeting will be like once in 2 weeks. And in certain meeting, we have also synchronous and asynchronous meeting. So only short synchronous meeting, and then they do their part in asynchronous meeting. And this is the data collection and analysis. How I get the data from these 3 instruments. The first one is a 16-week observation. You might be wonder how I can observe my student in the online platform where I don't really meet them in every meeting. So the observation is includes 2 things. The first one I observe when we conduct a kind of synchronous meeting, and also I observe our Google Site as a kind of platform for learning them. I see the pedagogical artifact and so forth. And also collective oral reflections. Usually after the synchronous meeting, before I close the class, then we do a kind of a short oral reflection. And then 23 student written narratives. It was taken at the end of our instruction. They narrated their experience from the beginning up to the last course, narrating about the critical incidents, their feeling, their experience, something that appealed them, the perceived benefit, and so forth. And for this data, use the procedure of thematic analysis proposed by Brown Clark 2006.